everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video about all the Hermes Jardin perfumes. If you're new here, then welcome. It's all about perfumes here, so do subscribe. I have new perfume videos every week, and you'll see down below a link to my other Hermes videos and other like popular videos, so check it out. So Hermes, however you say it, named after the Greek messenger god, of course makes a whole series of perfumes, and in my opinion they make some really beautiful and classy perfumes. I'd say all their stuff smells really sophisticated. They do a lot of unisex perfumes, and the male Terre de Hermes is a bestseller worldwide for men, and it tends to be worn by like sophisticated businessmen and things like that, and I think the female perfumes are the same. So this is definitely a classy range. And then the Jardin range, which is French for garden, is basically a series of different perfumes which come in these beautiful sort of transparent type bottles, and all the fragrances are meant to remind you of different gardens that I think Hermes, like Mr. Hermes, used to go to, or whatever. They're just different like greeny gardeny scents, but they're very classy, and they're not sweet or anything like that, so they're all kind of like different type of gardens, so then they're supposed to transport you to that garden. So let's start out with the one that was released in 2003, quite a while ago, Jardin and Mediterranean. So of course this is Mediterranean Garden. Now this reminds me a fair bit of some of the Acqua di Parma perfumes. It feels like that very Mediterranean green vibe. There's a lot of cypress trees in the Mediterranean, fig trees, and that's what it smells like. It smells like all those green trees that you get in that area of the world. Imagine smelling like cedar and cypress just after the rain has fallen, fig leaves, so almost like a woody green. But what they've done is they've got orange, lemon, bergamot, which of course all grow there as well, mixed in. So at first you do get that kind of citrus hit, but it settles into a very cypressy green feeling, and I think this is definitely unisex. Like if you're a man and you like those green fragrances, then you could definitely wear this, but again you could wear this as a woman as well, so truly unisex. Next is Un Jardin sur la Nile, which is about the various islands in the Nile. This is potentially my favourite, I think. It has mango in and grapefruit, so it feels fresh and fruity, and then it has bulrush in, as in the bulrushes of the Nile, where sort of in the story Jesus's basket got caught up in the bulrushes, and that's where he was picked up. Was it Jesus? No, it was Moses. Sorry, my battery died. I'm now back. It's about an hour later. I've recharged my battery, hence why the lights are now on and things look different. So carrying on, Sur la Nile also has carrot and tomato in it, which gives it a, I guess, carrot's quite sweet and tomato is technically a fruit. So don't worry, it doesn't smell like vegetables or anything. It still does smell like a lot of the mango and then that greenness from the bulrush, but this is probably the most sort of tropical and the least green out of all of them, because the others are just so heavily green. So compared to all other perfumes, this is still green, but compared to the others in the range, this is the least green, if that makes sense. Next we have Un Jardin après le mousson, as in monsoon. So this is like Indian monsoon inspired, around sort of a garden after a monsoon has been and like rained all over the garden, I guess. This is quite a spicy one, I guess. It has cardamom in, it has pepper in, it has coriander in, and it has ginger in. So at first you get like that sharp hit of the ginger, and then these like spicy Indian cardamom-y, coriander-y notes come through. So I'd say this is definitely more on the male side than the female side, though it is still unisex. It has vetiver in, which is a common ingredient in men's perfumes, which is probably what makes me think more male than female, but I could definitely imagine like females wearing this, people that like those more spicy ones. It's not like a heavy spicy, it's still got an aquatic freshness in, there's a little bit of some citrus notes in there, and it actually does have some sort of white florals, but you don't really get much of them. Predominantly you're getting those Indian notes, so definitely like a fresh spice. Next is Un Jardin sur la toit, which means like a rooftop garden, a garden on the top of a building. Specifically, this is talking about the garden on the top of the HERMES building in Paris. Now this has a grass fragrance note in, as well as red apple, rose, pear, and a little bit of magnolia and rosemary. So grass is like the dominant scent. It does smell like, you know, when someone's just mowed the lawn, you can smell the smell of grass. But having that apple and that rose in means that once that initial grassiness has faded a little bit, you also then get these like more feminine notes and that beautiful rose. So I'd say this is less on the fresh side and more on the greeny fresh side, and then the rose is a fresh rose, like after it's just rained, not like a potpourri rose. But I'd say overall this is more feminine than masculine just because of that rose in there, and mixing with the apple makes it a little bit fun and carefree. But overall, if you love that smell of grass, like freshly mown grass, then this is the fragrance created for you. Next is Un Jardin de Monsieur Lee. This is a unisex fragrance, even though it's got Mr. Lee in the name. I would describe this as like an aromatic fragrance, but also citrusy. So it's got a lot of kumquat in, that's like that orange fruit. It has some mint in as well, but the dominant note is this sort of almost aromatic-y, kumquat-y, which is, I think it's a citrus fruit, so it's giving it this zestiness, but it's also got that sort of, I don't know, how do you describe what a kumquat smells like? Like it's kind of, yeah, for me this does feel slightly more male than female again, though again it is unisex, but it's quite sort of clean, simple fragrance, not many ingredients. You could definitely spray this and you just, after you've just had a shower and got ready, and you'd feel very like crisp and clean. And then lastly we have Un Jardin sur la Lagune. This is referring to a garden in Venice, which is like hidden and built behind a wall by a lagoon. So it's like a hidden garden. This is a fresh, aquatic, almost like sea salt smell. You can smell the freshness of the sea. And then it has woody notes in as well. So it's like a fresh, clean wood. There's a little bit of magnolia and lily, like those white florals underneath, but predominantly it feels like an aquatic and a woody. So probably a good unisex one. Like this would work for men and women. If you like very fresh things like Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue or Issey Miyake, then this is probably one for you. It's those oceanic notes, and it feels very like the smell of water, if that makes sense. This one just came out quite recently, and I think I would have coloured it blue. The bottle is red, which makes me think it's gonna be, I don't know, have a red flower in, or I don't know, like a red pepperiness. I would have coloured it blue because this is like very aquatic and it just smells like blue would smell like. So that's it guys, I hope you found that helpful. Let me know if you want me to do any other of the Hermes perfumes that they have. They have so many different collections. Let me know if you tried these, what you think of them. I know they're not sold everywhere, but as always the links will be down below, and I am now including links that are shipped to all different worldwide locations, as well as US and UK. But that is it for now, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye!